Hey there, hi. Happy Saturday. It's Kim Stanwood, Terranova. I have the joy of being here again on this wonderful Facebook Live. And today I have the joy of being with Ryan from Park City, correct?
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful that he said yes, that we asked him today, and there was a resounding yes for him to come in here and share his story. And what's super important is Ryan's been here for 2 weeks.
Correct.
And I want you to talk about that. So say hi to everybody.
What's up, everyone?
So how are you feeling today?
I feel just at peace. I feel connected with myself, for the first time in my life, really, really, truly connected in my heart instead of in my head. So much of my life I've lived in my head, which has taken me, beautiful places and beautiful experiences and much material success. And this is for the first time I've really found myself, made best friends with myself. Those walks home where you can just be slow and feel ground beneath your feet, and the nights where you're waiting for the medicine to wear off. It's created a beautiful connection with myself.
I love how you said for the first time.
First time. Yeah. First time. I'm 48 years old. And can you imagine the first time being able to, we were talking a little bit earlier, but I was able to, in ceremony, meet my kids. I have 4 kids. Meet my kids for the first time.
I didn't believe in that you had 4 kids. I thought that was an impossibility.
Yeah, so I was so much of my kids have been, an object of my materialism and things like that. So I had during the previous week, if you don't mind me doing a little tangent here. Yeah,
go for it.
The previous week, one of my next door neighbors and I was on after Thursday night. It was Friday morning, and we're walking out. We're like, oh, the dance of liberation is now. And one of my biggest fears is dancing. It's something I want to do, but it's you can't do it if you're in your head.
Right.
I didn't know that. And so I went to the dance of liberation, and after that dancing, he's like, oh, I was able to dance with my little girl in that. And so on the ceremony on the second week on Monday, Ronnie, who's one of the beautiful shamans here, so special. He has a song called A Metamorphosis. And a couple weeks prior, I was sitting in my car with my 10-year-old daughter, and she saw me crying for the first time when that song came on, and so on Monday night, that song came on he played it live during ceremony. By the way, the live music here is freaking amazing. But he came on during ceremony, and oh man, I just laid back and tears were crawling over my face because I was sitting in my house and I was dancing with all my 4 kids, and I got to see their faces, oh, it's so special. It's such a special, so special. And, one of the things I was going to take with me a little bit later during the week in that ceremony is I was able to create this little heart cave for myself of those things that are just precious to me, things that are mine, so special to me, just mine and only mine. And I was able to put that memory in there with my kids, and I created that heart cave just crying. But it was so beautiful. It was out of gratitude. And one of the things that helped me during that particular ceremony create that heart cave or have that crying initially, I found myself in a yoga pose. So I love Victor, the yoga instructor here.
Yes, he's amazing.
Yeah, he's so amazing. He's so special. And he, I had asked myself, what's the key to enter my heart cave? And I found myself in this yoga pose. So we talk about other things that rythmia is other than just the ayahuasca. It's the whole experience. And if you can be present, I feel like I'm way more present here than I was, in April when I was with my partner.
Okay, this is a super important point. So when Ryan's explaining the first dance liberation to the second, every Friday afternoon is the dance liberation class, brilliant class. And knowing that transition from the difference even from our first week to the second week, I just want you to talk about that a little. What was that for you to be here for 2 weeks, even different from April last year or the beginning of this year, but now to be here for 2 weeks?
Okay, so I came here. I didn't really know why. I didn't
First time or this time?
This time, we'll talk about this time. I came here this time just because I had the opportunity to be with myself, So the first time I came with my partner, and this time I came by myself. And this whole journey, the medicine is so smart, so intelligent. I thought, every single night I had a profound change in perception every night. And I thought one of the things that was really difficult is like, oh, how can I beat the next night? How can I beat the next night? So I learned to surrender. I learned to trust. I learned presence. All these along the steps, little breadcrumbs along the journey. Each one is life-changing to me.
Yeah.
Presence, the beauty of presence. And then the first week ceremony, I was in my mind, the Yahe can get you there. It knows exactly what to do. And at the end of the night, I read a lot of Ram Dass, and I was like, oh, my intention that night was what was my life's purpose? And it tricked me into thinking, oh, my purpose was this like very like philosophical thing. And then I still was in my head, not dropped into the medicine. Have you ever had that experience?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. That's the suffering,
Yeah.
And so I just started breathing. And I was like, oh, my purpose is to experience life through breath. Because breath brings me presence.
My purpose is to experience life through breath, because breath is our life.
It's everything. Yeah. With each breath, we live.
Yes.
And we die.
Yes.
Everything is a cycle in nature. And so breathing and dying, everything and so continuing that journey, I thought I had everything on the first week, right?
Yeah.
It's like, how can it be better? The second week, I got to dance with my children. I got to build my heart cave, which are those things that are so special to me. I had the opportunity to, taking it one step further, then the Yahe night, I got an opportunity to realize that I really was changing. I was metamorphosizing. They have a beautiful fire outside. I got to throw my old life in the fire.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I got to set expectations and reset expectations in my life. And then the last night I had the intention of, let me be the observer. So it's a way to be present. It's a mindfulness technique. Again, the Yahe makes me suffer. And it was in my mind, I was like, oh, the music isn't the same as the previous week. So it was like really interesting to compare, like, oh, the shamans aren't the same, so my experience isn't the same. It's not going to be as good.
Human chatter. It just keeps going.
Yeah. So and then again, like I was just like towards the very end, after this beautiful spiritual car wash, and I just tried to be grateful for it. Like I know I wasn't in the same place as I was like in this high. But I just like eventually came back to the breath. I was like, oh my God, you freaking forgot the breath all night. And it's so subtle. It's just like, again, experience life through breath, and you drop in. I dropped into the experience, the life, everything. So like, not only can the breath bring you into the experience, it brings you into life. It brought life to me. It gave me everything, connecting with myself. And so one of the biggest difference I noticed is from the first week is the first week and actually the first 2 weeks I was here in April, everything was a high euphoria. Share. And you see them doing that. And then this week, the second week, I was able to see the subtleties of it.
That's so interesting.
Build a very intimate relationship. I mean, one of the most special times is when I can sit there with the medicine and just feel it. I can feel the electricity in my mouth. I can just feel it in my heart. And it's just like reminding me that it's always there.
Yes.
And it's so like that subtle, like it's really about the second week to me was really build about being intimate with myself and with the medicine and just how sweet it can be. And yes, it's hard.
Perfectly stated.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, I love that. So there's such a difference. And a lot of people come for 1 week. Some people come and know I'm coming for 2. Sometimes people are here, and when it's towards the weekend, they're like, I'm not leaving. I'm staying for something saying to stay another week. But the fact that you could discern this is what happened, and then it even got different, but more intimate.
Yeah, still more profound every single day. And I'm sorry.
No, I love where you caught, oh, I didn't breathe. Like the expectation of, is it less, is it more? And I didn't breathe just to get myself in the present moment. Yeah. What were you going to say?
Yeah, the other beautiful thing about the second week, obviously, some of the most beautiful connection I made with myself. But everyone here is our perfect mirror. Everyone here is there for a reason and put in front of us for a reason. And so many people were sharing with me how important I was to them this week on their journey. I showed up in their visions, and just even talking to them before ceremony, I didn't realize the power that I had in myself.
Beautiful.
So it helps me see my light, even deeper. And of course I see that in them.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. One of the things that my favorite thing, really quick, the end of the Yahe night, the second night, and I don't want to talk about just the ayahuasca, but the end of the second experience, week in Yahe, after I realized that, the breath brought me into it, and I went outside and hugged the tree. So one of the beautiful things about here is the nature, being able to touch the ground, the rituals, someone served me arape, and I just went up and hugged the tree, and the tree whispers to me, and it's like, the reason that you suffer, it's not because of the music, it's not because it's a different shaman, it's not because you're feeling nauseous, it's the suffering is all your mind. And then I was purging, having one of those beautiful purges, and this question came to me, is like, well, if we make ourselves suffer, why do we do that to ourselves? Like, why do we do that to ourselves? Like, why would we make ourselves suffer if we're the cause of that? And then for me, the answer was to get free, for the liberation. Like, we have to manifest everything in front of us. Everything is created by our likes, our dislikes.
We have to catch that we are manifesting.
Yeah, we have to create that in order to get free from it. Because if it was just
Beautiful.
given to you, if you were just given heaven, like, you wouldn't appreciate it. You wouldn't see the value in it. So I have so much gratitude for that, for the cleaners that do all their hard work here.
Yes.
I have built such a beautiful friendship with the people that work here. Like, literally, they know your name.
Yeah.
Give hugs. We cry together.
Yes.
So it's not there. I don't think they're employees. I mean, I'm sure they get paid, but they pay
it's
with
family.
It's a family to me.
I feel like we have a unified intention of just assisting others to grow, to create the safety for you and who's ever here to grow.
And you see that.
Good.
You see that. Like, even in the gift shop, which has some beautiful stuff, I'm wearing it. But
good.
yeah, like,
Her
so
treasures.
Yeah,
she's a gem.
This hummingbird here, like, I didn't know why I got it. Well, pink is my favorite color, but the hummingbird I got, and Micho, who is one of the beautiful shamans here, he told us that the hummingbird's heart is the largest heart for the size of animal it is. So for me, then, this heart experience, it's so there. And then today I had to go get this eagle, because to me it's about freedom, freedom from, I don't have to be up here anymore.
Wow, Ryan. And I love how your eagle's super close to your heart as well. Lots of times in ceremony, I ask people, if you're moving from your head to your heart, if you're catching, you're always in your head, start tapping your heart. Like, lots of times in ceremony, I'm just right there like this, like, just drop in, to remind us. So it's
and the music is a beautiful tool for that.
I love that you mentioned, not everyone mentions, our live music is brilliant here.
It's so special. It's so special and so
even
powerful.
breath work.
It's so powerful. Yes, in the breath work too. I had it's crazy that my purpose was the breath, because before I came here, I cold plunge every day, which is breath is important. I do breath work all the time, and you get the little taste of the ayahuasca. It's like a baby ayahuasca, but here is so much more powerful. And even in yoga today, I was crying, just because we were holding hands, with one another. Yeah. And you just feel like the connectiveness of it.
You describe everything at Rythmia so beautifully well, from every detail. Okay, wait, the food. How do you like our food?
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, of course the food is good. Yeah, it's so nice. Let's see, what did I have today? I was sitting down there with Jerry today, and he was eating, I think, these little banana chips or plantain chips.
Oh, the plantain chips are crazy.
With this cream cheese spread, and I was like, he's like, you got to get me some. He's like, oh, let me go get you some. So Jerry, the owner, he and I have a beautiful connection. Literally, you have access to everyone.
Yes.
If your heart is open to it.
Correct.
And I bet that is the case everywhere in life.
Ooh, that was good. Ooh, that was so good. That we have availability to connect with everyone if our heart is open. Absolutely, that's the truth in life. If we are leading with our heart open, then there's an open availability to connect on a deeper level. How is that going to shift your life? I love how you described it with your kids and with everyone else in your life when you're home. How's it going to shift with everyone else?
The heart-centric thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just literally it's the just being present. And before I've chased the highs.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the first week in ayahuasca, you chase the high and then you have the low. You have to have that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it gave me presence.
Mm-hmm.
I can sit with just where I can see the beauty in where things are in the present moment, and I can move through the difficult things.
Yeah.
So, and the breath is that tool that is so freaking simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's so simple, but it's like almost the original sin. We lose our breath.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so simple. So like having to me all the beautiful messages in ayahuasca and that you guys do in the classes, the yoga, the every instance of those classes, the little breadcrumbs that are dropped that you can carry with you, and when they make sense, they make sense. And for me, the most powerful ayahuasca messages are always so simple. It's really because it's getting back to your humanity.
Yes,
it's just getting to things that's already
and us getting back to our humanity assists all of humanity.
You know what one of my favorite things was?
What?
Guess.
Victor and yoga.
No.
Spa.
Purging.
You gotta be kidding.
No.
Okay, I don't always hear that. Tell us.
Yeah, so there was this realization that everything in nature inside of us moves in cycles. Everything is expansion and contraction. Before I would tend to fight those things that are hard, those things. And so purging, you think it's like bad. You think you label it, and you like it's something. It's something against. It's something me against something else. But the purge is part of you. It's doing something for you. And so those purges, which bring such relief to you during the process, like if you're feeling nauseous and you need to go poo poo or whatever, like after you do it, you're like, okay, I feel better now for a little bit. And then, but that's also in life. Like we have the opportunity to purge.
You're so wise.
We have the opportunity to purge things in our life.
Because it's a let go.
It's a let go. And I think a lot of times, I'll speak for myself, you hang on to something, you try to, even though it may make you feel like, if you're aware, you can say, oh, this is not making me feel good, but you'll hang on to it. And, but purge it, use that opportunity, because everything in life is a cycle, and it's a season.
Well said. Your favorite thing is to
purge.
I'm going to ask everyone that this week. So, it's your favorite thing to purge?
No, it is such. Well, I have so much gratitude for it. So much gratitude for it.
I'm so grateful for you sharing all this. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfectly said, perfectly articulated. All we have to do is follow Ryan's exuberance, his understanding, and I love how dropping into the heart, you are present now in life. Brilliant. What would you say to anyone who's on the fence? Like, I don't know, this sounds great, rythmia, but should I? What would you say?
If you have the opportunity, give yourself a breath work, drop into your heart, and see what the medicine is telling you to do. Because if you were to ask me a number of years ago, I wasn't ready, I was afraid of it. And it's okay to be a little bit afraid, but when your heart calls you, and if your heart calls you, then absolutely do it. And, I already bought 2 more gift certificates, so it's the opportunity to save some money coming back. So I bought 2 more first time I was here, I bought 2 gift certificates. And when the time was right, it came. And the same thing, and Sally and the people that work here can help you get that booked right away. So if your heart speaks to it,
if your heart speaks to it, if it's in your heart, then come.
If you're up here, then you're not in the right place. You probably won't get your answer there, but if you just have a moment, just like a taste of it, like a little, it's there, because the medicine speaks to us all. It's inside us all the time,
And it speaks to us before you get here. Many people say that second you book, that everything starts to change.
You find those synchronicities of things, things that hit you out. Yeah, God bless you.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Even though I'm a little stinky.
Children. Yeah. That's all right. Please come see us at Rythmia. I will see you soon. Have a glorious brilliant day and thankful to this
God bless
wonderful
you all.
soul.
Yeah, God bless you all.
All right. You might see Ryan when you come back. Who knows? Ciao.